Welcome back to Pickleball Journey. Today we are talking about the offensive lob for when, how, and where to hit it.
My name's Elisha.
I'm Justin.
Let's pick some pickles.
Before we begin, we're doing a paddle giveaway as a thank you for 10,000 subscribers. We've partnered with CRBN to give away one paddle to a lucky winner. For the details on how to enter, see the description below. All right, so we're talking about the offensive lob. This is a very hot topic as we've seen some pros that are doing this really well. So we're thinking here, the scenario we've got is 4 people at the kitchen line. We're looking for an opportunity. We're gonna talk about when and how and where you should lob.
Sure. Now there's 2 different ways to lob. You can either take it out of the air or you can let it bounce. We're specifically focusing on the opponent in this situation and not ourselves. So the first situation is when our opponent is leaning forward and taking the ball out of the air in a dink. So when we're in a situation, let's go.
So I'm the opponent.
Yep. And
You're the lobber.
I'm the lobber, okay? So if I'm seeing Justin taking he's leaning forward right now, he's taking it out of the air, look at that. That's one time, he's taking it, he's tried to get it there. And then if he keeps doing that, I'm gonna wait for my opportunity and I'm gonna lob him right there, try to get that in. Now, it may, your opponent, cross court or down the line, one of the 2 might be taking out of the air. Whichever one's doing a lot and is leaning forward and you can tell, that's the one to go after and maybe lob over and try it out. Okay, so that's the first situation that you're kind of looking for in your opponent for a good opportunity to lob.
Yeah. Let's talk about maybe when not to lob a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you see that your opponent is shifting back, they've got their weight going back, they've maybe come in for a dink, where are they going if they come in for a dink?
You already know they're gonna leave the kitchen.
They're stepping back.
Yep.
They're even maybe anticipating that lob.
Yep.
So do not hit the lob in those situations.
Yep.
To talk a little bit about where to lob, there's a couple places. The backhand is always a great spot.
Yeah.
So everyone, not everyone, but people's forehand is generally better than their backhand, especially when it comes to overhead smashes.
Yep.
So try to pick on the backhand. If you're playing, if you've got 2 people here, which is, typically what you're gonna have for doubles, you wanna hit to that middle spot, especially if you catch one person sliding over a little bit.
Sure.
That way you can catch that, that person's backhand in the middle there. And it can also create confusion.
Yeah, and typically you don't have a lefty and righty like Justin and I, so you won't have both forehands in the middle. So if you have 2 righties, whoever has that backhand in the middle, try to lob it a little bit to their side for that backhand side.
Yeah. And maybe for our final tip here, before we give this one, be sure to smash that like button as it really does help us out. But this last one, Elisha did it perfectly earlier in the example. Make sure you hit your lob high enough and deep enough. I make this mistake way too much. I see a lot of people make this mistake. They set their partners up, they set themselves up because they hit it too short. They're afraid to miss it deep.
Yep.
If you're hitting a lob, fully commit to that lob. Make sure it's high enough so that you can push your opponents back.
Sure.
And really when you hit this well, it really resets the point and puts you a lot of times.
Well, if you hit it high enough, you have enough time to maybe get back in a defensive position. So even if they do hit an overhead, you're in a position where you can defend it as well.
Yeah, love it. All right, real quick, we love these Engage pals. We've got a 20% discount code in the description. These pals are gonna bring your game to the next level and you're gonna win every match.
Guaranteed.